Hello all and welcome to Ero Ps F2. We are here in a wet Singapore. As I'm finding out if there was rain in the race as well. As I'll get everything sorted up. There we go. And the first driver, I believe, will be Bolt in the Williams car. As that is not the correct pit lane exit, but it's fine, it's quality. See, do any of these cars get the pit lane exit right? Yeah, they do, so we'll go back on to Bolt. It's the wrong round, but it's fine. It's actually round 11, not round 10, so that's my bad. I missed 2 races, that's on me. Anyway, Bolt will be the first guy we will watch, as I will get the driver standings up. So we'll quickly get the driver standings up like I've said. Taking a little while for it to load. Here we go. So it is Ville leading the championship by 48 points to Jericho Balgos, who took the win out last time out in Belgium. Just making the gap between the top Vilzu ever so slightly smaller than it was before, as Bolt is coming around the final corner now to start his lap time. Heading down towards the turn 1, black box is a braking point into 3rd gear, clipping the apex, and he's invalidated at the start. He's also spun as well, so we're going to move on to, I think it will be Robson, but he's also gone wide, so we will move on to Adam Michalak, who goes into turn 1 and doesn't invalidate. And heading into turn 3, getting wheel spin everywhere. Into 4th, keeping it throughout into 4th. A nice and tidy exit. No DRS is allowed in the rain. And it's a 31-3. First sector. 3rd gear now for this next corner. Oh, he's lost the back end a little bit. Into 4th, short shifted. Keeps it in 4th. Almost losing it on the apex as he short shifts up to 5th, 6th, and back down into 4th. Momentarily was in 5th. We're now into 3rd for this tight, for this Singapore sling. Into 3rd, the Williams needs to get out. Not the AlphaTauri driver's way, which he does. Heading towards turn 14, so 16.486 middle sector. That's a decent first sector, middle sector, sorry. Heading towards the final sector. Oh, he lost the back end a little bit, heading in towards the corner. Into 3rd, keeping it throughout in 3rd, short shifting up to 4th in the midpoint of the corner, keeping it in 4th, down into 3rd, back up to 4th, keeping it in 4th, and heading into the final corner, down into 4th, short shifting up to 5th, and it will be a 1 minute 56.652 for the Polish driver, Robson, who finished just ahead of him, for about 4 seconds down, 3.9 seconds down. Next across the line will be the Mercedes of Jericho Balgos, who does a 57.624. Next will be the AlphaTauri of Rennes, who goes a bit wide on the exit, and it'll be a 1 minute 59.177, puts in provisionally P3. Next across the line will not be the McLaren of Bo, will be just behind him on the road would be Banks. He was in F3 earlier today, but he invalidated his lap time. He'll be going again. Next will be Marty or Ivan. Coming across the line to 57.388, goes in P2 for the IRT man. Next across the line will be FRL Bread to start his lap time. And I think next will be Cameron Don. He goes a bit wide actually. Slightly missing the apex. Keeping it in third, losing the car a bit. Losing the rear end. Short shifting up. Keeping it in fifth, missing the apex. Comes across the line, will be a 1 minute 58.230, which puts him P4 for now. Slightly behind his teammate. I say slightly, he's 6 tenths down. Next across the line will not be ER across the lane, will be Otto or Snoken. He's slightly down on Adam Michalak's middle sector. Down into fifth to the Aston Martin driver. What can he do? It'll be a 57.533, puts in P3. Next across the line will be Adam Michalak. He's found 4 attempts in his lap time, back into fifth. Oh, he loses the back end a little bit. Will he keep the lap time? Yes, he will. He's found 7 attempts. It's a 55.956. Next will be Prime Vills. He does P2 with a 56.337. Next across the line will be IRT Rennes. He's found almost a second so far in his lap. Can he find any more time? Down into fifth, taking all the apex. Who can? 56, 57, 57.578. He's 1.5 seconds, and he's slightly down on Snoken, but he's in P5. Next across the line will be Bo Vanderberg. What time can he do? It'll be a 1 minute 57.876. Next across the line will be Banks. He's not invalidated his lap time. It'll be a 1 minute 59.777. Puts in P9 and 8 tenths ahead of Robson, who has found 6 tenths his lap time so far. Next across the line will be FRL Bread. Does a 1 minute 57.742, puts in P7. Next will be Cameron Dunn. He's found 4 attempts in his lap time. Will he go into the pits? No, he won't. He keeps it in 6th. This time hits the apex. It's surely going to find him more time. And it'll be a 1 minute 56.507. He's found 1.3 seconds in that final sector alone. And it puts in P3. As I think Hente Bolt is now going to come out on an outlap. As the gap between P3 and P4 is 9 tenths of a second. As now Hente Bolt heads into turn 1, slightly misses the apex. Oh, he almost loses it again like he did on his first lap. Down into third, you're shifting up to third. Now heading towards turn 3. Into fourth. Keeping it in fourth throughout. As someone's lost it, I think it's Banks. It is Banks. He's gone in and I think he's lost all of his front wing. And now he needs to get out of the way of FRL Bread. It's fine, he invalidated anyway. Yeah, but Banks has no front wing. We'll go back onto Hente Bolt.